everyone. How's it going?
Hello, folks.
Can you hear me okay, please?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
This view is very disorienting. It seems like our heads are very different sizes, and I'm
Yeah.
also
I guess we can almost like have one head of each.
same now. Now I'm out of focus. Okay.
Good
Well,
now. Good.
welcome to the stream. I didn't do that. You know what I was gonna do? I bookmarked them. I found more soundboards. I found a Rick and Morty soundboard. I was gonna memorize it. I've learned that the soundboards are really not as funny unless you like memorize them first, and some of them are maybe not fit for stream. So we won't be having soundboards today. Fortunately, the Dr. Evil one kind of got old. But oh, okay, you couldn't see my screen. Let me. That's good. That's good. You couldn't see my. It said things on the screen. Probably all for the better. So here we are. For anyone that's not aware or hasn't been to the stream before, this is a weekly live stream. I think we got somebody in the chat. Hello from Argentina.
Hello, Carlos.
Carlos, very glad to have you. The stream is a weekly thing that we do on the Insomnia team. It's pretty low key and low pressure. I think first priority is to go through open source PRs that have this Insomnia stream tag that sometimes we tag stuff with, or I guess people are welcome to tag things with if they'd like it to show up on the stream. I guess higher priority than that is if somebody has something that they want, like live, if they have a question. So Carlos, if you have a question about Insomnia, we are your captive audience. You can ask your question now, and we will answer. We have another one. Philippe, do you know how to say this name? I don't want to mispronounce it.
Marcel.
Okay.
Hola, Marcel.
Philippe is from Portugal, so he stands a much greater chance of not, mispronouncing names than I. Welcome from Brazil. Wonderful. Glad to have you. It's a little early in Brazil. What's the time in Brazil right now? Brazil time.
And I bet it's also early in Argentina, actually.
Oh, probably earlier. Yeah. They're the same time zone.
Okay, so not that early, but
wait.
I mean,
how is it later? That doesn't make sense. Wait a second. Wait. Oh, right now it's. Oh, cool. Carlos said his last live stream on Twitch was about Insomnia. That's cool.
Nice.
It's 11:34. So how does that work? It's 10. I thought I was like way more east than Argentina. And for me, it's 10:30 right now. I'm in Michigan. So of course look at this. You search time zone map and US maps of the US come up. I wonder if this is the same. I should get on the VPN and see if this is the same everywhere. Okay, Argentina. Wow. I had no idea. Argentina is east of Michigan? Really?
Yep, that's how the globe works, Dimitri.
Stop it. For real? Let's do this way. Argentina is east of. No way. Okay. Wow. I thought it was more like over here. Well, I'm American, so everything outside of America I'm pretty ignorant about. Wow, that's very interesting. In Brazil, my aunt lives in Brazil actually, but I never really think about it. Okay. I know Greece, I'm very familiar with the time zone difference between here and Greece because I have family in Greece. But anyway, we should stay on track.
Yeah.
I told you we're not afraid of sidetracks, though, are we? Here today, our goal is to look through any questions that people have or any things they want to bring up. And then from there, we look at pull requests that have this Insomnia stream tag. So here are a couple of them. And then we can look through issues as well with that tag. But from there, if we have nothing else to do, and we haven't ever hit this situation, and I was actually kind of hoping we will soon. Maybe we will out of order. But one of the things that would be cool to do would be to just do like rapid fire going through tickets. We should get Wills on here. Wills is our product manager. He's been on the stream before. It's a little early for him in San Francisco right now, but we should get him on the stream and do that. Maybe next time we can schedule that.
Yeah.
It's fun to just go through tickets because I think there's something to be gained from like seeing what our reaction, genuine first reaction is to some of these tickets. Most of them we've seen, I think, sometime or another, but 543 tickets, there are bound to be some that somebody hasn't seen.
Yeah.
So anywho, Philippe, what would you like to start with? I think you had things, you had some before.
So It was pretty much two things that jumped my eye was that pull request with the mocha timeout, and also the issue where the enter key stopped working when sending requests on the URL. Because I was pretty much used to using command enter or control enter. I didn't even know that we could use enter, just
This one? All
typing
right,
in a URL.
let's do this first. It's nice to triage things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have opened in the background, I have opened up Insomnia. We have the Rick and Morty API open here. Mind
you, David has reproduced this as well. So
okay,
we know it's
that's good.
But
So
let's try again. Let's see if you can reproduce it.
So I'm supposed to be able to have my cursor right here and hit enter, and it should work. It's sort of form. Is that what's supposed to happen? Okay. That's on develop. Let's look on production. Well, maybe it's not production.
If you, it's the previous major release that we had.
Okay. So, this is some like thing. Okay, whatever. It didn't work, but that's fine. I can hit enter from here, and it'll try to do some stuff. Yep. So this is on 2.0. Okay, this is going to be a pain. So, okay, I'm expecting, yep, this is the thing we just said. Command enter should be reflected when you right click on the send button. You can still do that. Request does not send. Okay, so first of all, stream just, we were able to use on with, what am I on? And Linux. I'll just say Linux.
On GNU Linux. We could go that road.
I don't know what I am. Was it uname a?
And you can also do lsb_release to if it's Ubuntu. Try -a, lsb release -a. Yeah, so it's Ubuntu 21.10.
I'm not Ubuntu.
I guess it doesn't find that you're using Kubuntu.
No, but I'm not. I didn't like install Kubuntu and then install KDE. I'm like, I installed Kubuntu. Well, whatever. Who cares? See, shows how much I know. All right. Well, boy, this is painful. This is going to be painful. Let's find this URL bar. Okay, we can start with that. I can close this guy down. Okay. So request URL bar.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Let's look for key down binder.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question I want to ask is whether key down binder being here affects this functionality at all. So I'm gonna remove it, and then that shouldn't matter, but I'll take that out of the running as well. And then I should also close. I'm going to close production so we don't get confused. Philippe knows this, but for anyone watching, I'm very easily confused as a person. So I try to.
The trick I use to avoid that kind of thing is I just pick a different theme for production. Yeah,
that's a good point. I should. Somebody has there's like a pink one, like a pink Dracula one. I should use that. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're probably going to need to refresh here, and I'm going to need to inspect element and look at the console. Okay, console. So if I go here and I hit send, nothing happens. But I can hit control enter that. So something tells me we didn't actually rebuild like we thought we did. Let's. I'm going to actually open this in another terminal so that we can see it bigger.
Yep.
CDI is what I have an alias to go there. npm run app start. And before we do that, let's put in handle key down. Okay, method drop down one line editor. So it could be in the one line editor as well. Handle key down. Submit form if needed. So is 13? See, this is why key codes are evil. Key code. What do I want to do? 13. Here we go. Enter.
Yep.
Okay. So submit form if needed. If it's 13, then dispatch, submit, do some stuff. So there's some special behavior here for this. So maybe it isn't the key down guy from before, but let's start the app. Hopefully this is big enough. We always aim for hilariously large when it comes to Zoom when we're on the stream. This happens. How was your weekend, Philippe?
It was good.
What's the weather like over there?
Right now it's cloudy, a bit sunny. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's cloudy. It's like overcast here. It's just like hazy
Yeah.
light.
The weekend was pretty good. It was
What's
pretty much sunny and whatnot.
What's the light pollution like in Portugal? I wonder.
If you're like in one of the major cities like Porto or Lisbon and whatnot, you're pretty much not going to be able to see the stars. But if you're more in the interior, yeah, it's usually better.
Oh wow, you're not too far away from like pretty good light pollution though. See, in the US, like I'm here around where it says Detroit. I have to go very far to get to this dark blue, but you don't have to go far at all.
Yeah, pretty much pretty much if you drive like, I don't know, 60 kilometers, 70 inward inside, and you're going to be able to see the stars at night.
It's actually a bit unique to Spain and Portugal, isn't it? Because look at the rest of Europe. There's like, if you're in Germany, like, good luck, brother. There's nowhere to go. That's interesting. Insomnia has started. I've been interested. I've been trying to get more into astrophotography lately. I have an astrophotography lens and for my DSLR or whatever, and but it's like there's nothing to really see because you need to do like a really long exposure to see much. But so then to do a really long exposure, you need this thing called a star tracker that will like move your camera very slowly with the rotation of the Earth because you're doing like a 2-minute exposure. And I'm not sure I'm gonna get one.
Well, whenever you visit Portugal, I would be happy to show you around some places where you can see the sky. Maybe
Okay,
it's easier.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Portugal. Okay, so I hit enter. Here we logged our keyboard event. Code, enter, key code 13. Okay, so it's doing the stuff. So, okay, great. So then we know that things work. So it's going to dispatch event.
Didn't we fix something recently with the prevent default or the stop propagation, where in either one of them with React, we added some option?
Okay, so I'm gonna try that. We just removed prevent default. It did not do it. Let's try removing stop propagation. Try again. It did not do it. Node equals parent node. I don't know what any of this stuff does. So just for fun, let's disable this entire business. Well, maybe the one-line editor is not only used for this, right? There's other stuff like form form that this is used for. So it doesn't have, this is not affecting situation. Key down. So the key down thing, oh, that's a thing. Wait. On paste. On change, handle URL change. No. So there's no key down being, we could set, okay, so there's an optional prop on key down, which we're not passing one line editor, but we could be, but we're not. And we did disable the key down binder. So let's see if we can refactor. What does this say? The way we search for the parent node form is not stable. Great. That's what I wanted to hear.
Just double check and search on the request URL bar if there's any point somewhere else on that file that we're handling key down?
Yeah, there is. Wait, somewhere else in the file. No, there's not. But let's check. Nope, just those two places. What happens next is that key down. A one-line editor is a wrapper for code editor. That's where this on key down that we were just logging in comes from. So now the next step to debug, unfortunately, is to go into code editor, where all fun goes to die.
Wait, hold up 1 second. When you commented the key down, this is a genuine question from my side. In the request URL bar, we commented out the React component of key down, I think, right?
Key down binder.
Oh, okay. So that has nothing to do with also the other thing that we tried on,
really,
on one line editor.
This key down binder callback is just for the hotkey stuff.
Okay.
So one hack that we might use to work around this problem would be to add like a synthetic key shortcut thingamajig for the enter key for this context. But I'm afraid that would have other, like, because if you're outside of the context of the URL bar, so if I'm like in here, I'm in here and I hit Control Enter, which is one of the things, then it sends the request. But if I hit Enter, it should not send the request.
Yeah,
because that's like I'm editing text now, and I added a new line, so it's a little scary for me to do that. So I want to, like, as a last resort, do that maybe. Okay, so code mirror key down. If default behavior, look at that. Who spells behavior this way? I'm joking. You spell it that way, right?
I don't know.
It's one of them.
It's going to be an eternal question for me of, do I put the U in color? Do I put the U and behavior? I never know.
We could just write everything in IPA. Like you're gonna come up beers. It's gonna tell us beers. What a sad world we live in. IPA is this. This guy. Anyway, yeah. So key down. Okay, I mean, it's like a similar thing. Doc.get value. It's calling up to the key down thing. There's got to be more than that, though. Yeah, there is. Sure enough. On key down, handle key down, beautify request body. Okay. So just for funsies, oh, this is wrong. I think they have to be wrapping now. This is a bug here, but this is unrelated probably. So we changed some behavior with the key down binder that oh no, it didn't merge. Never mind, it's not a bug. Didn't merge yet. Mark on our team has been working on this stuff in the code, and yeah, there's some changes ahead. Okay, so now
we didn't merge that PR.
Did not.
Or it's another one.
We ran out of energy.
Oh.
I mean, clearly it got so big that I think we just got exhausted. And Mark happened to find like a one-line fix to get us back to where we were, the functionality that we had before. So we thought maybe this is part of it. It's probably part of it. So we just merged that one-line PR and didn't merge all the rest of the work we spent like 2 weeks working on daily.
Mind you, Dimitri, there's another problem with this issue. I was rereading the description. That is, in theory, from what I understand here, it might also be the case that when we pressed Command Enter within the URL bar, it wasn't supposed to send. It was supposed to do the equivalent to the right click. Right click? Yeah, to the right click.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they probably said that in the thing and I didn't read it, huh? Doc E.
No, I was just reading it now, and I'm not even sure exactly if that was our functionality before.
Here. I have to manually Command Enter is the new command you are using, which I expect it isn't. It should be reflected when you right click this. Okay, what? If Command Enter is the new command you are using. What does that mean? Oh, they're saying if Insomnia has done this. Okay, they're saying if we, the right authors of Insomnia, have changed this by intentionally to Command Enter, it should be reflected when you click the send button. Okay, I know what they're saying. When you click the send button, it says here Control Enter. See it?
Yep.
So they're saying it's the new command. If it's the new command you're using, which I expect it isn't, it should be reflected when you right-click the send button. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Okay, let me read this whole thing again. I'm expecting when I press enter in the URL bar, it should submit the request automatically like a regular web form. Instead, nothing happens. I have to manually click the send button for now or press command enter. I see. This person may not have been aware that this has been like this all along. Okay, so let's just do something really quick to check our sanity, because I've been wrong before, once or twice. So they're saying when they say new command, in their mind, yeah, it used to say control. It has always said control enter, and sure enough, control enter has always worked. I need to like find a request that's not gonna fail. Let's just make a new request for like mockbin.org. Okay, so I'm hitting now control enter. My URL bar or whatever thing is there. I'm hitting control enter and it works. I can also here hit enter and it works. Yet it shows the keyboard shortcut for send now as being control enter. So he's saying if like he's unaware, I think, that this has always been the shortcut, quote unquote. They're saying if that's the new command you are using, which I expect it isn't, they only expect that because they're using as a default, they're used to using the prior behavior.
The enter.
Okay. Right, enter.
I would have in my mind this was more of the command enter would be to open the menu when you right click and then enter to send. But yeah, we use command enter everywhere else indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to do some like archaeology here to figure out what they're like. If you put yourself in this person's Connor, if you put yourself in his mindset, then like that's probably what it is. It should be reflected when you right click the send button. Yeah.
So what should we do in this case though? Because at the end of the day, there might be way more folks used to just press enter.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we have to fix it. Okay, so let's okay. So doc. So I don't know. The problem is I don't know how it worked before. Like how possibly it could have functioned before. That's my issue. It could be. Let's revisit this code. So to close the loop, we went as far down as we can go, which is right to a code mirror component. And we did not find what we were looking for. So this is a key down thing that we passed directly to code mirror, and code mirror is the thing. Like we have a text area here. Maybe there's an on submit. No, there is not. So we need to go to debug this further. We have to go backwards now, back up the tree. What did we do? What did we change? Let's unchange what we changed. Okay. I wonder if this code was working before and it is no longer working. The way to test that is, you guessed it, to go back to where it was working before and try to disable it.
So my guess is you can go to the release branch.
I'm gonna
or to the release tag.
I'm gonna go to 2022.2.0. So check out, reset, discard all changes. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here. Reset all. Come on, you can do it. Okay, we need to definitely hard reset for sure.
Which one did you check out?
2022.2.0.
Isn't that 2020?
Oh, 2020. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. See,
But I don't think it did check out. Like when
it
you double clicked.
it did. That's why it showed me there's 500 things changed
Oh.
uh, from origin. Wait. I'm really a bad person. Reset. Okay. 2022.2.0. Okay, here we are. You agree?
Yeah.
This was in 3/17. Okay, not that long ago. Great. Boom. All right. That's going to take a minute to go. So interesting. This is like an interesting proxy for like human civilization. Have you ever seen? It's interesting though, the difference between this. Have you ever seen like the equal population mapper guy?
No.
This is really interesting.
First time I heard about it.
All of so it has like New York City selected there.
Mm-hmm.
The
What's it doing? It's like if you spread out the people that live in New York, they
there's a
occupy that space.
population in the two selected areas, in the orange and the red.
Oh.
So like that's the population of Texas in orange, and that's the population of the rest of the place. You know, like Texas
The equivalent. Mm-hmm.
equivalent, right? Wyoming. Wyoming's pretty small, is what they're trying to get across. Like that's the population of LA spread out across the parts of the US where nobody lives. New York City is, I guess, the biggest. Oh, not really. Really the Texas one. But it's an interesting thing. Like, you know, there's not a very direct correlation between like where people live and where land is.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly people live on the coasts. Yeah, that's 1/3 of the US is in the orange area.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of interesting. And that's sort of what this light pollution map doesn't show. It shows us being wasteful. Like we have
in terms of space.
Yeah, well, we are more lit than we are populated. Meaning like there's like a maximum light ratio, right? So it's like if a city with 30,000 people is roughly the size because of population density of a city of 100,000 people, they'll both be lit pretty much the same way. So the light pollution will be just about as bad for each, even though one has more than 3 times as many people.
Could it be also to do with the places where you might have like factories or industry?
Yeah, I suppose that's true too. And a lot of places, yeah, a lot of these places in the like center of the country have industry pretty strong. Yeah, could be. All right. Here we are. Enter. Okay, it works. So we're gonna go here to one line editor, and we're just gonna yank all this stuff. Oops. Don't save. One line editor. Okay, because this has changed quite a lot. 13 should get us there, and it does. Okie dokie. So we're just gonna do that. And I don't think we probably need to manually restart.
Or I think it's restarting right now, no?
No, this is we had a hotly reloading broken for a little while, so I'm gonna manually do it just to be safe. Okay. See that? It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Enter does not work, but Control Enter works. Okay, so we made some progress. We determined that this is the code that makes the magic happen for when you press Enter. This code is not functional today, but it used to be. So
maybe the event is being captured elsewhere, you know?
before it gets here.
Yeah.
B. Certainly B.
I mean, we did see, like, when you commented out the what was it? When you commented out the React component of the key binder or something, and we went to through to that, it did pick up the event there because you console logged it.
The
And it might
event
have
functionality didn't work.
So the event might be captured before somewhere else, and it would still get there. Mainly to do with that change that we did, like the that argument with React and whatnot.
Okay, so let me refresh here one more time, and I'm just seeing if changing stop propagation or whatever. Yeah, it still works. I just hit enter. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Okay. So we learned what we needed to learn at least. Let's close this. We're gonna have to go through a full hard reset again, but it was worth it because now we know something. Let's see. Develop, reset, develop, hard. Okay, and then we got to clear these things. Yep. Okay. Back to distractions. Well, anyway, look at this. There's this weird alcove here. Is there like a mountain here? National Forest. Monterey. Why is there this like hole? There's a hole here. Well, that's like Pennsylvania. Right there. There's nothing there. It gets real rural. Or is that New York? No, that's Pennsylvania. And up here. Now we're into like Canada, I think. No. Is that over the lake? I can't see. This map is so strong. No, it's not on the lake. I guess this is actually interesting. So if you really want to see, no light pollution, you got to go out onto the lake. But then that makes, I imagine that would make astrophotography a little difficult.
Yeah.
Like, I used to go to this summer camp up here in Mayo, Michigan. And although there's a little bit of a hot spot there, it's still quite a lot better than anywhere else. And you don't have to go far outside of Mayo. That's only like a few miles to see. And it looks like completely different, to see the Milky Way and to see the sky. It's pretty weird to think that stuff is just up there all the time and we just can't see it at all.
True.
Well, while this is building, one thing we have an obligation to do is to not use key code. We have to use instead of using 13, we have to say event dot. Well, where is key code? Is key code is deprecated and it tells you what to use, right? No longer recommended. Well, what is recommended instead? Deprecated. Instead, you should do keyboard event dot code. Keyboard event dot code. Where's the list of what they all are? I think it's enter with a capital E. So, okay. Code event. Let's find, okay, we have to type this keyboard event. Yeah, for sure. We get that. Let's go look for what this is defined as. It's defined as string. Oh, you jerks. I wish there was an enum or like a concatenated string. Oh, actually that's funny.
There might be. No.
No, it's all coming back to me now. React I've actually participated in this conversation. We're gonna see. Look.
Oh snap! This was years ago.
Bad memory. I've actually tried. When was this? This was in 2020, 2 years ago. I tried to do this, but it just doesn't work out. There's problems, and it's like it's not a good thing. Let's see actually what's happening. I said it's not possible until this. So let's see. Oh wait, did it merge? No, it closed. Okay, but it closed because okay. Yep, this thing is still open. So it's not a good idea. It doesn't actually provide any safety until we have some changes in TypeScript that allow for literal unions that also have string. Anyway, you can search. This is issue number 45062, indefinitely typed. If anyone would like to read about it later, you can see. That's really funny that I forget things like that. Okay. So that's like the first change. Let's just do that. Okay. So let's try to understand what this code does. So this is just assigning the parent. So this is saying if 1 through 20, okay, hack. So this is saying go up to 20 parents deep.
Really?
Yeah, go up 20 parents. And if the tag name is form, event.target.tag name. So, okay, key down event is being passed on a code editor. Let's see if we can give this a generic. So code editor is this, unconnected code editor props, raw props. Key down is still keyboard event, but it's not actually a keyboard event. Key down. Let's go. Okay. Key down, code mirror key down on instance code mirror editor event keyboard event. So this is also wrong. Code mirror's own types. So they don't even say. The key down event, if I'm not mistaken, I just ran us on a goose chase. If I am, it's generic. So where were we here? Extends event. Maybe actually that's the wrong one we're looking for. We are looking for the one in React, maybe. The DOM could be this one. UI event. And this probably has tag name. Let's go to this one. Tag name.
Tag name, you mean like the
There's a
in this
property.
case but in this case what would it be? The name of the component or the name of the HTML tag? Or
This is saying go through the parents, and if one of the parents is a form, then submit. This is saying go up 20 parents. This is backtracking.
Yeah. But the URL bar is a form, or is it within a form?
Yeah, probably. Let's look. How can I? Oh, is this develop? Wait. No,
Yeah, that's developed. That's the
I
one.
can't right click anywhere. What's going on? I can't right click. What? Control Alt I. I don't know why I couldn't right click. That's very concerning. Okay, let's go up. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's a form there.
Form. So let's do this. Add. Let's do. Where is it called? Store as global variable. It's going to store it as temp1. See?
Yep.
Temp1 dot tag name.
Oh, cool.
So it's saying if node. Okay, so it's saying if node. Okay, node. We have to do the same stupid little thing down here. Node. Does that work? Node. Okay, or null. Problem. Okay, I didn't even read the error. This is Okay, event target as HTML element. What's the issue here? Parent node or null? Okay, or null.
Or parent node, no?
Parent node or null. Oh, what's the difference between parent node? What's parent node? Oh, we're going to take the whole stream on this one. Okay, parent node extends node. Okay, so what? Parent node or null.
Yeah.
We can get rid of this. Does parent node have tag name? No, it does not. Okay, that tells me we should probably like, I don't know.
Should we cast it as but I mean, do we still have to replace the keyboard event above to one from React?
No, there's a generic one somewhere. I think, but I don't remember where. Electron. Let's grab this one from React. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
And then this is probably going to know event target. What does it type it as? Event target. It does not exist on event target. I mean, basically, we're doing something squirrely here. I don't know if it's really worth it. And then these are going to have errors. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to like. There's a way in which these casts are evil, but there's also a way in which at least it shows us that there's something something squirrely going on. So it can be nice actually to see this kind of stuff because you can tell someone was fighting with the compiler a little bit. You know, fighting with TypeScript. It's kind of nice to know that something's bad. I want to figure out what's going on first, though. That's okay. So this is saying that when you find that tag, when you find that form, call dispatch event. Okay, and it returns a Boolean. So result. So let's do that. Do that. It's gonna call the thing. What is this called? Event. This is the new event that it's dispatching. Submit event on that node, and we're stopping it from propagating up. Then we break out of the loop. And then afterwards we call key down event. Okie dokie. Let's go here. I think maybe, yeah. So result true. So result true means
it did dispatch the event.
Wait, and returns true if either A, event's cancelable attribute value is false, or B, prevent default method was not invoked. Prevent default method of this event. I'm just curious if we can new event.prevent default. I'm just curious if we can change that true to a false by changing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really understand what this stuff does. No, we cannot. Okay, we'll leave it as a separate thing though anyway. So where to go from here? So this.
Where do we pick up the submit event?
What do you mean pick up?
Like you're throwing that window event submit somewhere, right? And likely there's some component that would pick it up and know that it needs to send the request, right?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Where does it attach the logic? We would have to find. Okay, that's good. That's a good way to go. So let's find the form. Really where that's going to be is on the form.
Because
So
I'm assuming that if you can like save the form in a variable right
form,
now in the console.
single line editor. Okay, one second. Single line. We're not only searching in package JSONs. Code editor. Single line. We want to find this class. Okay, one. That's not what we want. Okay, here. So fragment code editor, one line editor. Okay, one line editor. Request URL bar. So it's going to be here on submit. Handle, here it is. Handle form submit. Da, 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 da. Okay, handle send. So if we remove these, we might fix the bug. Ooh, why do we don't care? Okay, I guess we don't care. That's where the form is, and that's where the prevent default thingamajig is happening. Okay, let's refresh. Do we need to refresh? Yeah, let's refresh.
I wonder if we're not creating a bug somewhere else, though.
I mean, okay, true. Okay, handle. Let's do this. Do not stop interval because it needs to keep going. That's not friendly. Handle stop interval. What does that mean? I don't understand what any of this is saying. Okay, if download path handle send. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So let's just see if it even gets to that point.
You need to refresh. No?
Yeah, for sure. For shizzle, as they say. They say it. I don't say it. Okay. Build a messenger. Handle send does not function in this context. So I wonder.
If you still click send, does it print out the handle send?
That's a good question. No. Handling send.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's getting swallowed. Now we can trace it. It's getting swallowed at some point. Okay. We gotta back up now. Let's find. So the one line editor, handle key down. Here is probably where it's getting swallowed. So let's disable that. Yeah. I don't know why that's erroring. Okay. And let's refresh. Stop. Okay. I hit enter. Doesn't work. I hit control enter. Also doesn't work. Oh, because control enter takes a different code path.
It did send a request, right?
It sends a request, but it doesn't go through the form.
Yep.
To do that. Okay. So handle form submit. So what can we do to get the form to submit? Nothing. You can't.
If you put a console log on the handle form submit, does it do anything?
Because we put it inside the first thing that it calls.
Yeah.
I mean, actually today, here's our thing. We can almost do like this. I don't know. I don't want to get too fancy. And there's like binding stuff that can get squirrely. So let's just leave it. But yeah, we kind of did put a thing in there. So the form is not submitting. Let's try to do it manually just for funsies.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go here. We're going to do the temp1 business again. Store as global variable. Okay, temp1.submit. Nope, that's not what we wanted.
What's the difference between that and the other thing that we're doing? The window dot send event submit.
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah. Request sub. Called request submit. On request on submit. So handle form submit. I mean, this is passing it on the on submit, so this is not working. Okay, here's a question. Okay, here's a question. Let's do it again. We're gonna hit enter here, and then we're gonna grab this form, and we're gonna store not the Boolean. We're gonna store this as a global variable. Yep. And this is going to be temp2.submit. Doesn't work. Temp1, oh, actually, request submit. For some reason, request. No. Request submit. That works. It does that stupid thing. Don't worry about that. But if we do temp2.request submit, oh, also works. Interesting. Let's try to hack this, because we are quickly running out of time. Request node.request submit. I don't know what that is. I just know that it works. So, and then we'll like okay. So let's just see. Like experimentally. Let's just see if this gets us through. Because if that's the problem, then we just need to fight with the like API. Yeah, it works.
Yep.
Hit enter. It also did that other thing. So it has to do with how we're. It has
Perhaps
to do.
now, perhaps now we do need the prevent default or something like that, right?
Okay, let's try that. What is the request submit? Oops. Is that going to be? Oh, okay. Let's try it. I don't know.
Just to see if it's up that weird browser thingy.
It does. Nope, does not. It's
Oh,
it was later. Okay, it doesn't. But it has to do with how, okay. So we have narrowed it down to one line of code where the error is occurring. I don't know a ton. Like I don't know enough about this. MDN form sub. What is it like? Request sub. I don't know where that request submit thing is coming from. Okay.
I mean, we did upgrade the what did we upgrade that could have affected it? Node version? No.
Submit a form when enter is pressed in a text area. Uncontrolled form, on key down, submit. So maybe we just need to do submit. Yeah? Let's try it.
Let's try. 5 minutes left, folks. This is some radical programming right now.
Okay, so that works. Doesn't work. And then it also throws that. Block the frame with origin localhost from cross. What?
Oh, snap.
Why? So I don't know. I'm not very good at life. Prevent default. So we have to do prevent default before the submit, according to that. Let's try that. We are moving at we are operation light speed over here. Only Americans will get that joke.
Please explain at one point.
No, I'm not going to.
I didn't do.
Google it. Oh, I'm sorry. Operation Warp Speed. That's what it was. Okay. See, I don't even know. I can't make the joke.
Is that a Star Trek thing?
You can just Google it. So
okay.
I don't know. Okay. Window. Oops.
Wait, did you change anywhere else to prevent default? Check maybe the code diff that you have right now.
Yeah, I did. I'm sure. I'm
Because
sure of it.
maybe we changed in some other file.
Uh-huh. Changes. Why does it not show me my changes? That's kind of weird. Uncommitted changes. That's weird. Yeah, I did also change it here. That's weird that it's not picking up my stuff. But get cracking to the rescue. So we fooled around in there, that we know, but we also removed it from here. You think there is where I should add it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Okay, let's go back.
It could hurt. I don't know.
We are seconds away from timing out. Where is it? Prevent default. Okay. Ooh.
We need to revert that one.
Nope. Yep. Okay. I don't know which of those rebuilds it actually got. We're gonna find out shortly. Okay, so here we are. Enter. Nope, still does the thing. So anyway, I don't know. We'll work on it.
In fact, I think this time around it didn't even do the submit requests, right?
Yeah, it did. So like if I how do I clear these? Can I clear them?
You can clear history.
Delete, clear history. Okay. Here, I'm just going to press enter.
It didn't.
Oh, it did not. You're correct.
Yeah.
Oh. So you do need this to go away. Man, I don't know. We're going to have to the person who has dug into this most recently is Mark, and he has designated himself the expert on these matters. Punishment for working hard on this stuff.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the next episode, folks.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining and chatting along. And we'll see you all next week. Hopefully, we'll make some progress on this in the week to come. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.